Hello, in this tutorial we'll be discussing ant management, so let's go ahead and get started by clicking on our new game button. Every new day we will obtain new ants, or we should obtain new ants if we're properly managing our colony. Let's go ahead and click on the new day button. Alright, so now we have obtained a total of 6 new ants now that have not been assigned jobs. To assign them jobs, we need to go into our management menu, and let's give 2 new foraging, 2 new nurse, and 2 new tunnel digging ants. If you need to know how many new ants you have, you can simply look over here on the right hand side of your screen, and it will simply indicate how many new ants you have available. Some other things that you need to keep in mind with the ant management system: every ant consumes some kind of resource in some way, shape, or form. Some ants consume more than one resource. Scout ants will consume both food and shelter, as to where foraging ants will not consume any food, but they will consume shelter or ant farm space. Nurse ants will give you new ants, but will consume both food and shelter as well. Tunnel digging ants will provide ant space or shelter, but consume food. The scout ants will go out and find treasure and food and other objects for you though as well, but again, as stated previously, they will consume both resources. Your military will consume the most resources. However, they provide probably the most important job of all: defending your colony and helping you expand your colony. Starting with your army ants, they consume the least amount of resources as far as your military goes. The next is your marines. They will consume 4 times, as opposed to the army ants who will only consume 3 times. Your flying ants will consume 5 of each every day, and your officers will consume 6. Coming back to your worker ants, all of these ants will only consume 2 of whatever resource that they're consuming each day. Scouts will consume 2 food, and they will also consume 2 ant farm space. Foraging ants will not consume any food, but they will consume 2 space, ant farm space. Nurse ants will consume both food and shelter, of course, and as I said before, they will consume 2. Tunnel digging ants will not consume any space, but they will consume 2 food. So you need to consistently balance this out. The 2 most important ants are probably going to be your tunnel digging ants and your foraging ants. The next important ant is going to be your nurse ant, and then the next worker ant of importance will be your scout ant. As far as the military goes, that strategy is strictly up to you. It depends on how well you have managed over here will determine what you can add over here. The next section that we'll discuss is the technology and simply the general information. The technology will increase or directly affect your chainsaw level, your blanket magic level, and your pickaxe level, and your treasure level. The higher your technology level, the higher these levels will reach, which means the more of these that you have, the more proficient your ants will be with using these tools. Treasure level will directly affect your scout ants and your ability to find hidden treasure. Hidden treasures is usually coins or other items of importance that they will find while randomly scouting. Blanket magic directly affects your nurse ants. The higher your blanket magic level and the more blankets that you have, the more extra new ants that you will produce in a new day. Your chainsaw and chainsaw level will directly affect your foraging ants. This allows your foraging ants to go out there instead of chopping down uh, things in the backyard to gather food by hand. They can now use the chainsaw to cut down the grass and whatnot to find the food and to carry it back. The pickaxe level will actually give your tunnel digging ants a tool. Instead of digging by hand, they can now use a pickaxe to dig out the tunnels and to build. So it provides a more proficient way for them to add ant space. The bottom section is your health, your attack, and your defense. This is simply important to you that you need to keep track of this for battle situations. Your health is your health that you'll have in battle. Every time you lose 1 health point, you lose an ant. You can gain attack bonus and defense bonus either by purchasing DNA injections, by buying military-based items, or by simply getting a bonus. Either it's attack bonus or defense bonus by finding items through your scouts. The very last thing that we have is our items themselves. We can purchase love potions, we can purchase DNA injections, and all these other items in the item shop. Most items are consumed instantly or consumed over time, or give us some kind of bonus. These items, however, can be stored for later use. Love potions, each love potion will give you 1 new ant. A DNA injection will give you a attack bonus. A dynamite will give you extra ant farm space. Lottery tickets will allow you to gamble for coins, and trash cans will give you food. For more information about these items and their bonuses, please consult the help menu under items. For more information about the ant management in general, please consult the help menu as well for ant management. Thank you. This concludes this tutorial.